Last Thursday, Federal Trade Commission has filed an antitrust law case against Microsoft's proposed acquisition of Activision Blizzard. Now, this is a very interesting scenario because in the last few years, bigger acquisitions have gone through FTC and approved those acquisitions. Then why is this acquisition taking so much of heat? Why nobody expected this particular acquisition to go through so much of scrutiny? Why is this happening? Right? FTC is saying that this will kill the competition, and Microsoft is saying that this is actually good for the customer and also for the competition. When I asked this question on LinkedIn, close to 50% said, hey, this is good for the customer, and 50% said this is bad for the customer. So what is happening in this scenario? And where did this all start? In this video, we are going to take an alternate viewpoint and understand the background behind this entire situation. I'm not going to talk about, hey, this is what is happening in the last 3 days, 4 days, because we all have been hearing about the news. So let's take a step back and understand the background of this scenario. And would request you to please click on that subscribe button and also that notification bell so that you can get to learn from these business concepts on a daily basis. I'm also going to share my understanding of what you should take away as a business student from this scenario. So let's get started with the background. In 2017, there was an article published in the Yale University's Law Journal. The article was titled Amazon's Antitrust Paradox. Well, that article was talking about how Amazon's dominance in the e-commerce space is bad for the society, for the customer, and also for the competition. However, no regulator over the last 20 years has had any problems with Amazon because Amazon was always having lowest possible prices for the customer. But this article mentioned that, hey, it's not just about price, but we should consider other factors as well when monopolies are building and more power, right? What's the point of discussion between this white paper and our current scenario? The author of the white paper is the current chairperson of FTC, Lina Khan. Yes, her stance and her beliefs are pretty vocal. She has been talking about the same thing in the last 5 years. She highlighted multiple times that the top 5 tech companies in the US command a total market cap of $8.5 trillion. That is a lot, and she says that how we evolve as a society is currently being dependent on the executives that are sitting in these 5 companies and the decisions that they are taking. Absolutely right. And that is the reason why her stance and her beliefs got into the way of Microsoft's proposed acquisition of Activision. This is the first merger that is on her table after she took over the position as the FTC chairperson, right? Which happened in 2021 June. Now, there were good number of acquisitions which were probably over $100 billion as well in the last few years, but none of them had this level of scrutiny or attention. And this is the first case that Lina Khan is taking over, so all the limelight and scrutiny. Well, to start with, her stance and her beliefs are coming into the way of even understanding the merits or demerits of this particular scenario. That's the problem that Microsoft is highlighting. Microsoft is saying that, hey, we did not even get a chance to present our thoughts, our viewpoints in front of the FTC. How could they go ahead and push a case against us before even hearing to what we are saying? That's the problem number one. The second interesting thing over here is about the exclusivity factor. FTC is highlighting again and again that, hey, once Microsoft's purchase of Activision is complete, the Call of Duty games would only be available on Xbox. Sony PlayStation has 286 exclusives and Xbox has 59 exclusives. Exclusivity is always a case in the industry, and that's how competitors build their market share. So what is the problem of having one more exclusive for Microsoft? That's the Microsoft's viewpoint, and nothing wrong with that, right? You build your market share through exclusives. And the third point is, what is competition? How do you define competition? If you look at the overall gaming industry, it's roughly $200 billion, and mobile gaming is close to $100 billion in that, like 50% market share. And Microsoft and Sony, the entire deal discussion is only about the console units, and console units, I personally believe, will anyways die down in the near future. Microsoft is probably preparing better in this scenario. What are they planning to do? They're planning to take this Call of Duty, and they have a subscription service on Xbox, on PC, on mobiles, that Xbox Pass or Game Pass, which is available for $10, $15. You take that pass and you play all these games on any device, and they want to add Call of Duty onto this Game Pass. Well, that's a sweet move, right? Customers are happy. And what they are saying is if I pay $10 and I can get to play this game through Game Pass, I'm happy. It's a good thing for Microsoft, it's a good thing for the customer, and they are also saying that we will legally sign on documents where we are going to agree that hey, PlayStation will also have Call of Duty for the next 10 years. So what's wrong with this? Competition is not necessarily competition. All you are saying is Sony. You are taking care of Sony more than you are taking care of Microsoft. I don't understand the viewpoint over here. The three things that we discussed so far: number one, the background of FTC's chairperson; number two, the definition of competition itself; and number three, exclusivity. And on 3 points, I personally believe the case is not so strong on FTC's side. The case is actually stronger on the Microsoft side. But because this is a legal battle, it might take a very long time to come to the conclusion, and neither Microsoft nor Activision might have such kind of a patience. What do you think, and where do you fall on the spectrum? Do you support FTC or do you support Microsoft? My answer lies closely with Microsoft. Take care guys, we'll see you again tomorrow. Bye bye.